Hey guys, so we're still in the process of moving to the new house and we're still cleaning the house. And one of the things I've already encountered is that I did not have a vacuum that I really wanted to use out in the garage. Both my Shopvacs are back at the warehouse and I really need them there until I'm done with the warehouse because of course it's so big, I need those vacuums there to be able to facilitate all the cleaning that I have to do there. So I realized I really need a Shopvac here at the new house. Now I didn't want to go out and buy just another corded like rigid vacuum, which the rigids are great, but I've already got two of them. I wanted something a little bit different, so I decided I was gonna try Ryobi's 18V, 6-gallon Shopvac. So I went out this morning and I bought this, and all I've done so far is open up the lid. I haven't pulled anything out yet, so I'm gonna do the rest of the unboxing in front of you guys, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use it, show you guys on camera how it works, and do a quick little product review and see if I like it or not. Ultimately, I know that this isn't going to be a great vacuum necessarily for dedicated shop work. If you have a larger shop like what I have at the warehouse, then you're probably going to want a real corded large gallon capacity shop vac. So this won't be my day-to-day vacuum in the future once I get all my stuff here, but for now it should facilitate the light cleaning that I need to do in this garage before I can start going into my deep cleaning with my pressure washer. And then from there, I might transition this to an in-house vacuum because it's pretty small. I can use it to replace my dying in-house floor vacuum. So that's ultimately my goal here. So first off, we're gonna unbox it, see what all is inside it, and then we're gonna test it out here and see if it works and accomplishes the job fairly well. All right, so let's see what's inside. Top of the vacuum, and we've got our battery compartment. And nothing else. Looks like the clips to hold the top onto the actual 6-gallon container. Got the instructions in here. The hose, I believe it's 4 or 5 feet long. An air filter. And 2 different attachments, along with the extensions. And it looks like I've got to cut these off, get my wheels free. So do that real fast and go into the rest. Okay guys, so I'm gonna start with installing the air filter housing onto the actual motor mount. So to do that, we've got the air filter, inner and outer, the actual filter itself. And to install this, we got 3 screws that go through the base right here. And it comes with a float inside, which comes like this in the package, and it specifically states to leave that in there. So we've got 3 screw mounts right there, and then there's cutouts on the base, or the top I should say, for this to go onto. So we're just gonna flip it over. It's gonna fit in just like that. It's not gonna be able to move. And now I'm gonna take my screws, and I'm gonna drop them in their respective holes. 1, 2, 3. And then just take my screwdriver. Okay, so this is now attached, and this is basically the setup for doing wet vac. So if you wanted to just do wet vac operations, you would leave the actual filter portion off and you would just have this. Now for the filter, it doesn't go on here. It attaches inside and then this drops into it. So we have our filter and this just comes off the end. Put that on there for now. If you look inside, we got a little nipple that sticks out. This is just gonna go on there, just like that. And then your filter drops on. And now your top. Now to secure the lid, you need to install these on the sides. We got 2 more to do. Let's see, where'd I put them? There they are. The first thing you want to do is get this hooked on. There's 1. There's 2. Okay, everything's good. Now we can attach our hose to the front, just like that. And that's it, we're fully assembled. I have a battery on hand. Now this is only a 4 amp battery, so it might be better to have some stronger ones out there, but I don't have anything better than 4 amps on hand right now, so we're just gonna use this. And that's it, that's full assembly, unboxing, that's everything that comes in it. Now the battery is not included, so you have to have that separately. So that's the only downside. If you're buying one of these and you wanted the battery, you're gonna have to go buy that one separately with your new vacuum. Okay, so overall I'm pretty happy with it. I didn't expect much from it because again, it is only battery operated, it's not plug-in, so it's not going to generate anywhere near as much power as my rigid vacuum does. But overall, it was still capable of achieving what I wanted it to do. I don't need a really powerful vacuum in here right now. It's mostly just some cobwebs and some dirty areas that I need to clean up real fast before I can hopefully move on to pressure washing, maybe even getting to painting. So I really just need to be able to handle some small messes, and then ultimately once I get my large vacuums here, they'll handle the rest of the actual garage work, and I can probably transition this to the inside. Now if you buy this in hopes of it being a replacement for a corded vacuum, then you're gonna have your hopes let down. Alright, so don't go on the websites and blast negative reviews because it's not capable of competing with your corded vacuums. It's never going to be able to do that. Until battery technology massively improves, it can't compete with anything that's drawing power directly from an outlet. But for what it is and for what I need it to accomplish, it's able to do that just fine. I don't have high expectations to be able to suck up something that's, 5 feet away from it. It doesn't do that. It does take you being right up close to it, and it's still going to struggle on certain items. But it handles what I need to do, which is a light vacuuming overall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. If you got something out of it, maybe you're interested in buying one, you can check them out on Ryobi's website, or go to Home Depot and buy one in person if you really feel like it. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on the DIY Driver.